Hey folks, Quillyteen here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Rimworld Shin's Legacy. Oh, so happy to finally be making some moves on our storage. Between moving our crafting over here, which will look very nice and organized, and better than the spaghetti mess we had going on here, and expanding our freezer area, it's going to feel a lot better food-wise. Maybe I thought, like, oh, I could convert this bedroom into an extended freezer. That is going to be really great. Temperature should be easily maintaining -10 with the 5 coolers. It might be a little hard in a heat wave, especially without double walls and without, well, really much in the way of airlocks, but Yeah, and they're doing a lot of hauling to bring some things over here that were in the other stockpiles and therefore weren't refrigerated. Flat screen television is ready to go. We could add a TV in this room for entertainment, but I'm actually wondering if we might put it in our dining room once we get that sorted. Tosca, unfinished components. Was I gonna maybe do the thing? Because it wouldn't be terribly game-changing. I gotta remember, I'm gonna write myself a note. Hold on a second. Add mod that lets anyone continue a work in progress. There we go. Because it gets a little goofy sometimes if there's a ton of unfinished jobs. It looks really weird, and it's kind of annoying because if one person is working on the recon helmet, no one else can start a recon helmet job. And then sometimes you get things that are like nearly done, but like, oh Yang, what are you doing, Yang? Like, come make this component. I mean, I know you're sleeping right now, but I might wake you up just to make sure you finish that component, because no one else can start that job right now either. You know? And it's kind of dumb. They don't change their beds, I don't think, over here in the prisoner room. I might set up some more attractive or more interesting prisoner things. Since this was just a bedroom that we've converted over, we might want to make like a proper prisoner barrack over here, for example. In fact, I think that's exactly what'll happen. Lots of smaller rooms. I mean, we want them to be nice enough that they have a better mood, which makes them easier to convince to join us. Hey, the construction's finally happening over here. Huzzah! Almost done. Great. Okay, now they're finally getting onto repairs, which is nice. So we're going to expand the zone. Cover all this. These vents are closed, by the way, so no worries there. Heater's been moved into that room. Again, this can just be replaced with a regular wall, and since we got the replace mod, maybe we will go ahead and do it. I wasn't going to bother, but granite flagstone. Well, we want flagstone in this room, because beauty's never going to be a nice thing, because raw food's never pretty. So we can have a mismatch of like flagstones and things. Do we still have sandstone? I was going to say, that's pretty low, right? So yeah, we'll use limestone flagstone. So yeah, nothing's going to match at all. Just putting this where the wall was. Had there been flooring underneath that wall before? Huh, interesting. That's weird, but sure. Alright, lots of repairs happening, that's good. So yeah, this looks a little bit weird because of all the different colored floors. Maybe at some point we'll do a swap, but not right now. I don't think that's going to be quite justified. Wow, so we haven't gotten lucky with another find. At least we're going to do another guaranteed one soon. More cargo pods. With components. Okay, well let's do an urgent haul of that. We definitely don't want that to decay out in the middle of nowhere. Suta's actually starting mining. Is how, like, so clearly we have no construction happening anymore. I mean, there's no rush to bring this steel in, because it doesn't decay. It's going to be finally time to mine out this area. Ooh, scout some underground steel. So somewhere over here, that's kind of out of the way and annoying. Is it under production? Deep drill. No. Let's set it up. We were going to want to expand out here for the geothermal later anyway. Let's run it that way. Let's run it through here, and then a redundant line that way. Legendary work. Well, hello. Legendary assault rifle. Representation of Anna Hawkins, who's the person who's currently in bed with paralysis, avoiding certain death by falling rocks that pulverizes everything beneath it. Lost her balance. Squint your eyes. The well-balanced composition in the image reveals the outline of a large group of gerbils. Okay. Almost every shape in the image seems to be rectangular, so artwork relates to Anna nearly crushed by a falling object. I like this as part of her backstory. News of this valuable artifact will spread throughout the world. A legendary gun. Who's our best shooter? We got a couple of 14s. Now, there might be some other thing, psychopath, but with great memory, so the shooting skill won't decay very quickly. Congratulations, you are being upgraded. Kitten, you're getting upgraded with the kick-ass turbo gun. Wait, did you already have a legendary gun? Oh, okay. Well then, there was one other 14. Right here, and you're a fast walker? Hey, you're gonna be great at combat. Done. Heck, if you're a fast walker and such a good shooter, I should make Landgraf the hunter. Done. Congratulations, Landgraf. Speaking of hunting, okay, nothing to hunt. Just because the fast walker, you're going to be able to cross the map to, you know, to your target much more quickly. You know what? I want some lights in here. It's not terribly required. There's like a temporary mood debuff, and I think they move a little slower. I mean, it's not that big, but it's actually being used as enough of a, because this is sort of a hallway, right? Now, the auto doors don't slow anyone down, which is good. But we might want to airlock it because people are walking through this area so much. It might be that much more important to airlock. But so far, we're not really having any problems with it. So, I don't know. Maybe I won't stress. A little bit of cooking happening. Yeah, food situation, that's a lot of storage. And I mean, we still have this area for overflow, which actually, we might want to do an urgent hauling on some of this corn so that it gets moved into our proper freezer ASAP. That's the problem with these auto doors is we will have a lot of breakdowns, which is very frustrating. It uses up components, and, you know, mostly it just means we have to put in the effort, and that's always going to be frustrating. Anna, how many more days you got on this? 28 days. Long time, but you're a family member. At least you're going to get over your alcohol addiction. So you got that going for you. Just because... Oh, you don't actually... Oh, you did that as a haul. Well, someone will get around to constructing these lights. And Ray Wolfen has got the flu. Well, tell you what. Okay, you're already set to the good medicine. Alright. Hopefully it's just you and it doesn't spread to anyone else. We'll have no problems there. I think we're going to be fine. So we're not cooking because we don't have any meat right now. And we have our simple meal thing. But our storage is currently okay, so we don't really have to mess with those numbers. Now this tries to keep 300 meals of any kind, and this tries to keep at least 200 simple meals, period. So that's why we have like the double up. And this one is 100 meals of any kind with the simple meal put in, which doesn't really come up much. In fact, at this point, I could probably get rid of the single job. So 300 meals of any kind and at least 200 simple meals. And then as many fine meals as we can possibly make for our fancinesses. And we've got plenty of food available. Actually, we might want to check. Yeah. Peasant. Goro, we're going to put you on peasant. You were set to royal because of you'd lost your husband, and we were worried about that. We're going to keep an eye out on the number of fine meals. If they, you know, if it starts to skyrocket, then what we'll do is we'll temporarily change the peasants to allow them to eat fine meals. You know, they'll get the mood boost, and then we'll turn it off after that. I mean, we may as well take the mood boost whenever we can, right? But we are kind of meat limited over here, so no complaints about the setup. This is already pretty full, but we had a big harvest not that long ago. I guess since it's all in the freezer, we might want to go ahead and increase these meal limits. Hey, what? Let's keep 400 meals, which we already had. We could, I guess, I could force more simple meals, but no, this is fine. A little bit of idlers because we still have, you know, a couple of research spots, but we have more than 2 researchers. It doesn't happen that often that they're all busy, so I'm not worried about a wee bit of idleness in our researchers from time to time. It's really not an issue. Alright, Yang's working on some components again, which is good. Sly gonna work on some more scanning, which it'll be nice to find. I wonder, should I set up some more internal guns? Should we set up, like the internal defense? It feels like it shouldn't be something I have to do, but it is there. If we take a look at the Crane affordance. This can be deconstructed because we're completely done with that. Excellent. That'll be done, that'll be done. I mean, it won't do the inside of the bedroom. I guess we'll move it in there at some point. This one we're doing just because we might expand in this area later, I think, is the only idea. Major break risk with Manny. You're in serious pain, drowsy. I mean, you are in pretty rough shape, I'll give you that. Auto doors here working well. Unless I deconstruct this and just rebuild it over here, I don't know. Oh, what I do want to do is... I mean, I don't know if we need the 3x3 table. It is ludicrously large. Even this is pretty big, but might be fine. Sure, let's do it. And you know what? I want this to be, well, at least good. We will see after that. Maybe I'll just end up moving this. Let me do that. And then, yeah, these chairs here, let's make them also be at least good. We want them to be fancy AF. I'm going to deconstruct this table. There's no chairs there right now anyway, so, you know, debuff's going to debuff. People will bring various material over. Hopefully we've got plenty of wood. I was going to say, I assume so. And I mean, yeah, there's actually more wood to be harvested soon. Let's bring that stuff indoors, including the wood. That'll make our life a little easier for constructors. I guess I can turn that off. What is this one here? Oh, place blueprints over mountain rock. That's part of the replace mod. So we can put blueprints over the mountain rock and then have it, you know, just be in place ahead of time, which is very convenient. Dora, I'm gonna get you... Oh, no, someone else is doing that. Good. Thank you, Gleb. And what I'll do is I'll just set this over here. I mean, we don't actually need this many chairs. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll do a thing... for now like this. That's not the way I meant to do it. I meant to kind of alternate. I don't know, it looks kind of dumb. I'm building the big table because it's going to be that much more impressive, but we really don't need this much seating. And we've got a lot of people, sure, but it's so unlikely that that many people eat all at once. Oh well. I guess we'll go with that after all. Alright. Fair enough. At least this room's going to be... It is going to be fancy. We've got lots of sculptures. We've got the vases and things like that. It is going to be a pretty impressive place to hang out in. We've got a fair number of pigs. We could probably do some butchering. Yeah, we've got 3 male pigs. Butcher 1. And we'll do 1 sow as well. Go construct. Oh, and Manny's doing a sow in water. Yeah, serious pain. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We may have to figure out something for Manny. To deal with some of the pain. Tap, 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 tap. Hopefully we get some excellent ones and things in here too. Maybe some masterworks. At some point we might go and tear down the good ones and then replace them and encourage, you know, at least excellent or something if we really want to get fancy. Unfortunately, yeah, we've got nothing but goods. Which is good that we haven't, like, gotten lower, so they haven't had to tear anything apart and rebuild it, but it would be nice to get some critical successes here. Kasuta's got... What's your construction at? 15, man! I am slightly disappointed. Come on, Suda. I'm cheering for you, buddy. Well, there's excellent. Alright. You don't get a pop-up or anything unless it's in Masterwork or above, because that's when you get the art. Alright, well, we got a couple excellents. You'll have to do. Are you deconstructing that? Thank you. Excellent. Or good. Yeah, see? See how it feels? That's not the button I want. I want to turn that off. Where are you going off to? Are you doing some mining? Yeah. What Suda does when there's no construction to be done. So, speaking of, do we want to do more construction right now? I don't know. Bionic replacements. Okay. Limbs and eyes, skill doctor to attach. Where do we actually make bionic limbs? Is it here? Yes. There's no lung in there, which is too bad. We might make a bionic arm, because I know someone's missing a lung. I think I'm going to make a bionic arm because someone is just walking around with a prosthetic arm. I'll have to do some component work because we can use up some. That's going to be okay. Bionic replacement, carpet making. Just researching it just so that we've got it. We might make fancier bedrooms with it. I don't know. How's this room? It must count as pretty good. Yeah, extremely impressive. It's huge. It's rich. It's got plenty of beauty objects. So despite the fact that there's construction stuff in it, they're totally okay with this room. Walking around here might be a little tough because of the chairs. I think they can walk through the lamp. I'm not sure about the vase. Maybe we'll move the vase. Let me move you over here. Or... as long as it's in the room, it's going to be fine. Right, we'll tuck it in that corner. That's going to be great. Okay. So that should help with some of the pathing. Because I think they can. I think you can move through the lamp without being slowed down in any way whatsoever. Nelson, you're cutting some chunks. Manny's no longer wandering in sadness. That's good news. Get these mortars here. We do have some ammo for them. Oh, material can have outdoors. Yeah, okay, right. I forgot about that. Let's build... shoot, soft sand. Copy settings. Yeah, okay. Tell you what, I'll just delete this. We'll figure out something else with the ammo stockpile. We'll make a little hut for it or something near the mortars. We can move the mortars. We'll figure something out. Yay, resistance broken. All right, good. More people to join the party. Not that we have any shortage of people, but it turns out we can support more. Manny, you can actually take that bed. And what I'm going to do with these beds here is maybe I'll just uninstall. Uninstall. The same thing here. Shade, you can take this room. Like, you can keep this room, but change beds. Where's Shade in this list? There you are. Uninstall. Uninstall. We'll use those single beds for the prisoner. The more permanent prisoner beds. And we can always convert them to just generic barracks in case we get a bunch of guests and things like that. There are some interesting mods to like make like sort of proper prisons with like shared common areas and things like that, which would feel pretty good. We're not going to do that here because we don't have those mods. Hey, Rainwolf has joined us. Lovely. So what was your deal again? Right, jealous and sickly. That's going to be more than a little annoying, but that's okay. You are very into animal handling. Okay. You can also cook. Turn off the hunting. You can do growing, smithing. You don't have a lot of skill there. Okay. So you're going to be kind of an all-rounder contributor. Ooh, exotic goods. Is it still Glib Gleb who is our best chatter? Indeed, that is currently the situation. Come over here and let's give the exotic... because we haven't traded in a while, actually. Donkes? No, we're going to be fine with that. We've got plenty of neutromine. I will happily buy more components. We're going to have to figure out money situation. Right now we've got tons of it, though. Glitterworld medicine. We might want to keep some around and just forbid it. There's some things you can only do with Glitterworld medicine. So it might not be a terrible idea to keep a little bit. We're going to sell some Yayo Wake Up Go Juice. Things that we've picked up from various raids along the way. Oh, some flake as well. That's going to be fine. I'm going to buy plasteel because it's something we don't currently have the ability to mine. I don't think we have any of these tech prints. Sell some Thumberhorns, keep the gold, sell our excess sculptures. Okay, we don't have enough money for everything, which isn't really a surprise. What's compact weaponry? Elbow blade, hand talon, knee spike. Okay, we're gonna not get that one. Artificial metabolism, detoxify stomach, nuclear stomach, reprocessor stomach sounds like fun. Neural computation, learning assistant, neuro calculator. Okay, we'll grab those. So it's gonna cost. Oh, we still don't have quite enough money. Let me. I think I still want these raw resources. I think that makes sense. We'll just have to hold up on the tech prints until later. Okay, that'll leave us a couple of thousand silver for whatever comes next. I mean, there might be some other sales and exchange we can do, but I'll have to do that. I'll put a high priority haul on these things. But the tech print, Dora, actually, prioritize applying the tech print. Thank you. That'll also give you experience for intellectual, which I guess is going to be fine, unless we want to apply it to someone else. I don't know, whatever, it's fine. Okay, you might have a few items to trade. I think it'll give her 2,000 XP or something, which, okay, fair enough. Use it on someone with turbo passion, but as long as it's got some passion, it's fine. Artificial metabolism, so we're going to add that to the queue right over here. We need to get our autocannon turrets up at some point too, because they add so much more damage. So much more damage to our little kill zone. Although things are being pretty good about bypassing our kill zone at this point. But it's okay. It's nice to see, you know, things being smart. I'm wondering, though... I think we will, in fact... limestone, hold on. We will, in fact, build a large barricade over here to deal with people who are like sappers and things like that. Might come around. I think that's a little more centered. And might come this way, and we'd be like, you know what? Like the guys who are bashing their way through the wall, maybe we just meet them out here next time instead. Which means I should probably cut down this tree here, because people could use it as cover. Not much. They'd probably get killed before they got there, but it still seems like an okay idea. That's an auto door, which is great, because it'll be good to get in and out. These ducks are mostly rot away. This was, I think, a manhunter pack of ducks, wasn't it? So a bunch of them had, like, instantly rotted because of disease, so we didn't get to take advantage of it. Carpet making, woo! Now, if we go and mine in here, of course, is the place where insect invasions can come from. There are certain things we can do. We can keep it hot enough in here that they'll just all die from heat. But I kind of want to use this space, I think. I think we'll just have to accept that insect invasions are a thing that's going to happen, and almost certainly will kill multiple people, because they are just brutal. If we do something like that and like that, we get an outer wall over there. Yeah, we'll start with this for an explored tunnel. We might be putting up some wall. Oh, prison break. Well, there's only the one. Recruit everyone. Just melee attack him. Just punch him to death. Well, not to death. Actually, wait here so that we get... Okay, no, there's going to be enough of a critical mass. No one's got any melee weapons, so there's no swords or anything like that. He'll just be knocked out. There we go, some stuns, and dropped, and recapture. As I say, someone probably had reserved it, but... Let's... Hold on. The alternative here with this... I know. Changed my mind. Actually, I do need to use a little bit of a guide here still. Okay. What we do here is we plan maybe, say, bedrooms. 5x5s. A little awkward here, but not the end of the world. Then we cancel... Oh, these are not... I'm doing it wrong. I was just looking at the shape rather than looking at the numbers. And it looked like the same shape because of the way this was drawn. There you go, something like that. And then some sort of hallway. And then we might find some minerals in here too. Yeah, we'll have to put up other walls to, you know, make this complete. But this seems kind of okay. Yeah. Ooh, high-level drone. Ooh, that's going to be really rough. Okay, hold on. We need to make some changes here, because everyone's going to be incredibly miserable here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change the peasant food and allow them to eat well, fine meals. The rest still doesn't really matter. We're going to enable fine meals to try to offset some of the mood. You are going to be set the peasant, which right now is the same for everyone. Is there anything else I could do short-term to increase everyone's mood? I can't manually choose to throw a party. Yeah, I don't know. Birthday. Oh, but Gray Sparrow has now got artery blockage. 30. They're 36. Damn. Chance of random heart attacks. I don't think we've got anything we can do with that yet. But I think bionic replacement, which we've done, does include a bionic heart. There you go. Let's make plans. Now, Gray was... no, you're not miserable, actually. You're fine. We shouldn't get any roof collapses over here, because we're leaving plenty of walls up. We won't have to floor either. I think we can do all smoothing. It's a little hard to tell. But we shall see. A little bit of cloth over there, which actually you're just picking up enough to make stuff. It's not a proper harvest. Got a devil strand over here, which will be really nice for us to start making some stuff for. That a goods trade company has left. That's fine. I don't have a tech print sitting around, right? We just bought the one in the end, and I used it already. Okay. Extreme break risk. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that. You get the flu. You get this minus 30 from the psychic drone, and you're jealous. The thing is, we've got 3 jealous people. There's no way to satisfy them. We could put them all in the same room. There you go. They can't be jealous of each other. Gave up. Giving up on the community. And you're taking my shit with you. You know what? Fine. I didn't like you anyway. Nah. Yeah, that's a little bit petulant. But seriously. Just rude and mean. Alright, I'm happy we're going to get some extra defenses up here. I mean, this is not where we're going to want to make our stand, but there might be situations where it's going to be convenient to make our stand there. I don't actually know if this is centered up. Hold on. We go from here to there. That's 9. From here to there. It is 9. It is centered up. I think it's just because there's different terrain over here. Ooh. Oh, you scanned underground gold. There's gold in them there undergrounds. Not much. I think I can do this to save a little bit of walking distance. We'll get it set up. Might be a little silly, but we'll get it set up. Compacted steel. Oh. I was going to say, that's probably going to ruin some of our wall plans, but that's going to be okay. Because I think smoothed walls and constructed walls look the same visually, which is really my only concern, is if it didn't look nice. It would be annoying. But I think it's all fine. We've actually got a few people on mining. It's not a very high priority, but it's okay. Nelson throwing a tantrum, high psychic drone. He's going to destroy the telescope. I'd really rather you didn't, but I don't think we can rebuild that. We just bought it. Way to go, buddy. Oh, but speaking of recreation. Reinstall at here. And here. That right away. Thank you. Because if we put a flat screen over here, anyone can sit in any of these chairs and watch TV. Compacted machinery. Oh, nice. So again, we'll do the mine connected, which isn't going to be much. It highlighted something over here. That was interesting. Biofuel refining. Okay. We want that. Now, I don't know where we do it. We got days. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that. Is it... Might be the drug thing. I don't know. It's not going to be the block maker. It's not going to be the tailor. Or the art bench. Smelting? Nope. No. Is it in here? Hey, cochlear implant. Oh, we can almost make prosthetic hearts, but the bionic one's going to be better, right? Low shield packs are in the queue. I don't know where you make biofuel. Is there a special production center for it? Biofuel refinery. There it is. Which doesn't use the little production table. It's kind of odd size, but I think I still want to put it in this room. I'm a little bit worried that it'll break our pattern. But, I mean, we still got lots of space in here. Maybe I could make... Just because it's going to annoy me if I screw up the spacing. If we planned something like that... Okay, because what you could do from here is the bio-refining can go there. Fit okay. Alright, good. We can do that, because then we can start making our own artillery for these guns. Oh, pods and hives. Honor! Trouble landing near our patch due to repeated infestations. Wants to draw the bugs to you for infestation of 11 hives. I don't like the bug infestations, you guys. This is why I didn't mine this area out forever, is because I don't like the idea of adding more infestations in our area. Ugh. Infestations in my area? It's more likely than you might think. We still don't need the wind turbines, but I guess there's no reason to take them down. Let's do some high priority haul on some of the stuff because it's actually going to get in people's way. Lights tech. They may hypnotize. Specialized limbs. Oh yeah, because we can make a fancy arm. We're still converting away the soft sand. You know what? I guess I might as well slap one in this bedroom to deal with this area so that it is at least done. There's not going to be much in there. Much like, there was another one. I guess maybe we already tore that down. There's another bit that didn't have much to go on, but I guess we wanted to do it. Alright, well, that'll be taken care of anyway. A little chat, lowering some resistance. Oh, hold one. That's nice. Especially considering Grade gotten their crap beat out of them, but maybe they feel a little bit more, cowed. They realize that we can be a little nasty, and that maybe they want to be on our good side. I'm just saying! You know, we're good people, so don't make us beat the shit out of you. Because we're good people. Is there anyone unarmed? No, I think... Oh, here it is. Yeah. Oh, Anna. No, that's fine. So everyone is armed, because I just noticed there was a gun sitting around over here. Okay. Make chem fuel from wood. I don't know, we'll keep 100 units. Maybe it stacks to 75. Maybe we'll do something like 75. I don't know what it stacks to. And also make it from organics. Now, I don't think that's what we want, because it'll consume, like, meat stuff, food stuffs. No. But we will set up a job for a little bit of chem fuel production, because I think we need it for some of our explosives. We're gonna get more stone from mining this out. Now, there might be more area over here that we want to, you know, at least build, like, one tunnel directly through here to see if there's a mineable. I'll wait until these bedrooms are done, though. Especially since we might hit another, like, vein of iron, and then that'll, you know, pull into that, and that might change our construction plans. I mean, it's unlikely, really, but... to adjust the temperature of the heaters. So theoretically, if I had enough heaters in here, I could respond to a bug infestation by maxing them all out without having to have anyone actually walk in there and toggle things on and off. Maybe. We shall see. Alright, TV's up. Thank you, Suta. Let me try that again. TV's up. Thank you, Suta. Be interesting if you could set a station that would affect like moods in different ways, maybe like lead to inspirations. And you put it on the cooking channel and get cooking inspiration. I mean, that sounds more like Sims or Tropico, but that doesn't mean it's not awesome. Yeah, we'll want to floor this whole area just because it is a source of dirt, and it'll look better, and people will walk faster as well. We'll wait some amount of time before that happens. What I'm going to do is I'm basically going to set this block job to do forever, which at 2,000 is sort of equivalent to that. But there's no, at this point, we're fine with it. I mean, worst case scenario, we run out of storage, but that's unlikely to be the limiting factor. Most likely, it's just we're going to be constructing just as fast as that would be. I was just thinking with the flooring and stuff, we're going to want lots of stone kicking around, so that's going to be a-okay. Right, this wall I built because this was an area where bugs could spawn. Tasca and Fitzy's wedding. Well, there we go. I'm going to say that'll help the mood. Of course, we don't have the psychic drone going on right now, but Tasca and Fitzy, you already share a bed together because you've been lovers for a while. So now when one of you dies, it's going to be that much more tragic and painful for everyone. But yeah, everyone will have a pretty good mood buff over here. Mandy's standing over here. I don't know why. Spectating from distance. Oh, because it's a chair. Yay! And now it's party time. Awesome! Oh, good for all you. Gray missed out because he is a prisoner. In this, or she, I think, actually. She. Didn't decide to join Team Awesome. Instead decided to start some trouble. I think we're missing a little bit of flooring here. Let me do... limestone tile. Oh, because that was a wall at first. And then I was like, no, we'll put a door here so you can come in and out. So yeah, because that will generate some dirt. So filling that is going to be good. Starvation, but they were just at a party, so that was the problem. They were busy doing that. And there was no food served at the party. Which, what kind of party is that? Resistance is dropping. A little bit of lovey-dovey over here. Everyone's got their recon helmets and are looking very cool. Well, not everyone, actually. We still, we still need some. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in here. Thank you very much for watching another episode of our Rimworld Let's Play of Shin's Legacy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.